pretty happy with how my training turned out today. I'm not quite as strong as I'm hoping I would be. Still can't do my full press to handstand shoulder press, but it'll get there. A lot of these training points are pretty self-explanatory. Training for power, training for endurance. There's a lot of benefits. I do a lot of training that has, each move is a good move for many reasons. They have many benefits. It's not just, doing a one fingertip push-up to strengthen my one finger. These have a multitude of benefits, and they're all good for a lot of reasons. And it's important. So when you're wanting to have a good life, or maybe less extreme, just if you want to win or be successful, I think it's important to have a lot of wins, but I think it might be more important to not have any losses, not make any mistakes. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that if you, let's say, get injured, that will set you back a lot more than a lot of good training. It offsets a lot of good training. So train for safety, train safely, and train for resilience. So this right here, the squat routine, does a lot throughout the lower leg. It works the knees, it works the feet. Jump roping works the feet and ankles a little bit more. And I get into ankles a good amount today. I do a lot of ankles off camera, a lot of ankles on camera, and you'll see how I do it later, and I'll explain it. So it's important that we live in the 21st century. We have access to a lot of statistics. You should understand a lot of statistics. Like, I'll give you an important one. The most common injury is an ankle injury. So fortify your feet, fortify your ankles. Be safe with your feet and ankles. But they're kind of two different things that converge into a long career and successful and overall winning. So just understand what your most likely risk is, how to minimize it, how to fortify against it. A different example would be if you like to juggle, put something underneath you so you can't drop the balls too far, or even in juggling, another one example specifically for juggling is just don't drop the balls, which sounds, might even sound a little demeaning, but just go as slow as you can. Just be in control. It's very important to be in control when you can. And when you can't, that's when you should focus on safety. So enough about that. This is a very good squat clinic. I watched the Ido Portal video squat clinic 2.0, and that's where I got it. So here, still can't quite do the shoulder press. I feel so close, but just not quite there. So I just do some half presses. But first, warm up the wrist. When it comes to hand balancing, do that little one, that little wrist warm up. That's my biggest tip. It strengthens your wrist. If you progress it, just manipulate and just really beat the crap out of your wrist right before you do any sort of wrist work. And that's really good because it's like a really self-contained system. You don't really need to get on your knees and get onto the floor like a lot of wrist warm-ups do. So this is me working on the ankles, just twisting the ankles in each direction, balancing on them. I had the idea of maybe trying to jump in one of these positions when I do the jump ropes, just to further fortify the ankles. So I'll try it out. I'll see if I can jump. And probably not on 1 foot, but just 2 feet. And I call this one the ankle breaker. I call this one the Sasquatch position. And the one you saw first, the ankle breaker position. So I'll try to jump in between doing ankle breakers, Sasquatch. And when it comes to the ankles, the feet, that you have 3 points. You got where your big toe is, you got your other toes, and you got the heel. And that creates a good tripod foundation for your body. And get out of conventional shoes. Conventional shoes are very fashionable, but not very good for safety with the feet. They kind of crush your forward 2 toes together.